inside, the old gods granted me a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping the magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the north. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you proceed. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes. We are Welcome back to Original GM. I am Hupahu, once again joined with Cikala and Wachi. Howdy ho.
Howdy ho ho.
How's it going? Howdy ho. Something. Disgusting. Good week?
Yeah.
I love judging how violent your characters are going to be by that question. It's always interesting. So.
Is there a direct correlation?
I think so.
For sure.
You know, I'm sure that our viewers, there's some people like combat, some people like role playing, some people like both. It just depends. But it's been a while since we've had a combat, and I'm sure you guys are triggered thinking that I'm going to suddenly drop 100 ancient dragons on you or something.
Right. It's usually about every 4 episodes or so, from what I've noticed.
The main quest line is over. They have trapped the Nexus. I got nothing. I mean, it's...
Lie to somebody else.
This is whatever you guys do. You
Lie to somebody else.
Bullshit.
find out what happens.
But that was all you had. You would have not let us get there that early.
Right on.
I'll believe that for a second.
It's been really fun updating our artwork and doing our book.
Yeah.
And our system, which is getting there. We are on the second playtest of it, but this will be during the 4-month period, the things that the characters wanted to get done. We're going to kind of fast forward with the situation with Velia and try to start there as a start point from her slowly becoming a werewolf over 11 tries of changing. And so that's where we'll start at. And if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are on the death sickle. And Velia, you have gone through all your changes. And they let you out of the cage. You're aware, you've already looked in the player's book, you're aware of your abilities as a werewolf, as a lycan.
Yeah.
And you probably don't want to ever go through that again. I don't know how Velia feels about it, but it's pretty rough what you had to go through. And so there's a trigger now with darts or getting hit with missile weapons of some type.
Uh-oh.
That's a trigger for you, but you do have control of your lycanthropy. You will not change on a full moon unless you want to. You won't change at all unless you want to. There could be situations or things that would cause you to change, but you're not aware of what those are or anything like that right now.
Okay.
But you have control of it, over it. It didn't take that long because you regenerate and you know how they get you out of your rage is that you feed, and so they feed you meat to get you out of your rage. First, it doesn't change anything. The first few changes, by the way, it didn't change anything. As the time went on, it started to satiate you, and you were able to change back out. Of course, when you woke up and there's raw meat on the floor in front of you, you were disgusted and all of that. But now you're where you're at. So there's a few things to do. There's some things that, as a DM, I kind of need to let your players know have been going on. But we'll get to those. Let's start with Velia. Do you have Velia and Reva and Zira, who are all three on the ship right now? Or is there anything that you guys would like to take care of?
You want to go first?
I have two, you have one, so go ahead.
Two, actually.
I'm at two characters.
For Velia, she, of course, wants to seek out Lucian and Erez.
Okay. All right, so she gets out of her situation, and that's the first thing on her mind is to find Lucian and ask questions. Maybe Velia. So what do you do? Or maybe Erez too. So what do you do?
Smell for her.
For Erez?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You pick up all kinds of smells in here when you sniff in, and you smell Erez, but it's on Vey, you realize. And in this smell, you recognize her smell from smelling her before, but it's more in depth now. And you smell cat, a hint of cat. Reminds you of the smell that Zira's stone had, her pet, her panther. Reminds you of that. And yeah, you smell undeath, of course, everywhere. But you smell other things on this ship that you aren't sure what they are at different locations. Smells you've never smelled before. And you smell Gordon, you smell Zira, you smell Reva. They all have their individual unique smells that once you've taken a breath in now, you'll know forever, pretty much. You realize they aren't hiding like that way. They're easy to find. You could find any of them. You don't know what Lucian smells like, so you really can't smell for him. But that's
the
what.
only time she was around him was the day she got infected, right?
Right. And there was a lot going on that day that wasn't specifically, you don't recall anything, or You do see in the corner, and you have been seeing these soul jammers that are draining undead, vampires specifically. You see one sitting in there being drained when you come out, actually. And he's just, his energy and his life force is being sucked from him as he's in there. And he's all feral. So yeah, that's what's going on.
So the first thing she's gonna do is check her bags and make sure all of her stuff is still in it.
Okay. Everything's there, including the horn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she'll look at Vay. Where's Eris?
Kind of looks over at you. I do not know. I cannot contact her right now. The last I spoke with her, she was in the Happy Hunting Grounds. Currently, I cannot reach her. I would guess that would mean that she's in a druid circle in the old days. I'm not sure if it's still that way. But yes.
I really want to see her the next time you talk to her.
I will let her know.
Next time you hear from her, let her know. That
I will let her know.
I really want to see her and visit with her. And I still don't have any way to communicate, so I guess that I need to contact Alex and see if I can get my stuff back.
Well, last I heard from him, he was also in the Happy Hunting Grounds with Tuffy. I can contact some of them if you want me to. Who is it you're needing to speak with? And are you okay?
I am. I think it was fate. There's no way that I could have survived what is about to happen as a human being.
Things often happen in the shadows, you hear Gordon say. I'm glad that you have overcome whatever this is.
I would really like to connect with Lucian.
Dave's like, I can get a hold of him.
Please.
Would you like to meet him in a specific place?
I don't care.
He looks over at Zira and Gordon says, yeah, maybe you guys should take care of all the soul jammers and get them down. I'll get the stuff going for that. And he kind of smiles at him. He's like, very well. He goes, let's go back to the Citadel.
Okay.
I'll have him meet us there.
Where are my new friends?
They're at the Citadel awaiting you.
Okay.
He looks over at Reva. He's like,
Kind of like that. She'd say.
she's okay. He smiles. He's like, well, you seem to be one of the only ones of us that can still transport magically. But I do believe Lily and some others are delving into the academics of magic.
Yeah.
Yes. They have discovered some kind of arcanite stone device. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but she seems to be very protective of it, which tells me it must be something of some great importance. You guys
go.
head that
Teleport.
way. You make it there. You teleport there. You guys are right here by the positive material energy in the fountain, and so this is all relatively quickly. So none of them really come or are present currently right now. These are things that Valia was wanting to get done, right? So Valia. He will ask Reva if she could go down to the bottom in Mirabilia, next to the, and he explains there's this area where there will be public executions for the vampires, down below in Mirabilia. He says meet him there.
Public executions.
Bring him here. Yes.
Fun.
Well, then you won't think that it's not fun seeing all the Y crosses that are being constructed within the city as well.
For what?
Well, there are wooden crosses made of a specific wood, and they're Y-shaped.
Is that for the Y and Sith?
Exactly. And another purpose. There will be no heads, of course. It will just be bodies hung up of vampires across the streets on these crosses until we get things in control.
Alright. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. She'll teleport down there.
He says right before he leaves, he goes, there has always been a why to our existence.
Agreed.
You okay?
Almost fucking inhaled that.
He says, trade down watered lies for the bloody truth. Isn't that what Sabian said?
Yeah.
Yes. Tend to agree.
For sure.
Very well.
I want some answers. Anyway.
Me as well. So you go down.
Teleport.
Lucian is down there, and nods at you.
Hey.
Thank you. It's a pretty high jump. He looks up.
Hold out your hand.
He holds out his hand.
Teleport.
You appear in this room. As soon as Lucian appears, you smell him. Like the scent hits you, kind of overwhelming, kind of powerful type scent. And but there's no compulsion, there's no control, there's no nothing. And but he immediately looks at you and he's like,
Greetings.
"How?"
You bled on me.
I have not bled from an enemy's blow in some time.
When Gordon accidentally got you with that arrow. I suppose you have some questions. I am alone like, and I have no family or pack or tribe. I suppose other than you now. You kind of look nervous. What do you need to know? Vay kind of chuckles. You got this, right? And he starts to walk out of the room towards the ship. And
Ray will look at Bailey and be like, she'll give her the look like, you good?
there's two Vays.
I noticed. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh. Yeah, two values. I apologize. apologize for that.
That's
Um,
fine. Where do we come from? How did we come to be? How long have you been a lichen? Why don't you have a pack? Do you want a pack?
You gotta look around, you know. These walls have ears. So I will tell you what I can, but I have enough answers that you will have more knowledge than most Lycan about what we are. You have come from my line, so there have not been many of those throughout history. And all that there were are gone. I did not make a habit of inflicting this on others. It's not the way I believe things should be. I do not get involved with the politics and the things that go on by choice. When I get involved, it is either a job or it is Rebecca. She and I have an agreement. So she is, I suppose, my only form of liege, if there would be one. Lordess. I don't do her bidding, but I do things for her. And in turn, she has done so much for our people, which I believe should flourish, because without them, the other disease would take over. You know which one I speak.
I do.
We are the aegis to that disease. Even though it can change parts of what we are as well. You do not want to be a hybrid. I know that I don't get involved with politics. So I try to stay as far from that as I can. So if it is known that you are one of mine, that we are, that I am the cause, or that we're in a pack, that would draw a weakness to me and also to yourself. You would become a target. I don't think we should speak of it. But I can answer your questions. Wind is kind of blowing in over by a balcony. And you can hear, off in the distance, you can hear the rigging of the ship kind of shake and move just a little bit.
I'd prefer not to be involved in any of the politics. I've never been anything but a pawn to them.
Fortunately, you have no choice in that matter now. You are an empress of the North. From what I hear, well,
What?
let me first ask you this. Have you fed?
Yes.
That is good. That means you will be satiated for some time. There is a energy that comes from what we have. Not unlike a vampire, you will need to feed. Fortunately for us, it could be any form of meat. Did you feed on something that is going to cause you any issues?
So when I changed initially, I took off, I guess, and there was, I hurt someone in Quorum, or next to Quorum. And then my new friends, they brought me back here. Then my brother and sister locked me up and they made me change 11 more times.
Kind of looks over his shoulder and he's like,
And I think
that was a bit cruel.
yeah,
They don't
But-
understand, do they?
they don't. But with the situation that we're living in, that would have left me really vulnerable for the next year.
To say the least.
And it's a little hard to remember, but I think that they fed me vampire remains.
He kind of looks around. What was that?
Fucking walls do that.
Kind of looks around. Kind of walks around in a circle around the Plasmateal Elemental, and he's like, this is a very unique place.
If I
I've
could,
never seen such things.
if I could be anywhere but in this fucking citadel, that's where I would be. I don't like it here.
Then why are you here? Are you being held somehow?
I don't think so. I think part of it's loyalty to my family. Part of it is I don't have anywhere else to go. Part of it is I'm actually learning from Master Nicastene, and I really like what he's teaching me. I really want to continue.
Who did you say?
Master Nicastene?
He stops and looks around. You see him. He kind of looks over towards the door into that direction. He's like, interesting.
Do you know him?
Oh, yes.
Are you
I am
not,
aware of who he is.
are you not friends? Or are you enemies?
I have met him once. And if you are being trained by him, then you are amongst more darkness than you realize. He is an orc, through and through into his blood. Spy for the Orcish Empire. And he kind of looks around. Meaning the Orcish deities. I believe he follows the one of shadow. They have a dark, dark plan. I see that they are moving. I would not say that you are in danger in his presence. I would say learn as much as you can from this one. He does not train very often. There are very few that come from his line. Did he give you his house name?
Yes.
Then you are royalty within the Orcish Empire. Amongst the gods.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it is so.
So that's why I'm here.
So your price for saving the world along with your friends was my affliction. I would say that you will probably become very hard, as I have, Very few of us don't. There are those that stay with a puppy brain, but for the most part, you will learn that we are creatures to most. What was your other questions? I would prefer to not spend too much time here. There is something here, and he just kind of looks around.
Yeah, no.
Something. The smell is unlike anything I have smelled before.
Can I contact you?
Do you try to smell it?
Yeah.
You're not sure what he's talking about. You smell a lot of different things, but nothing that's like overbearing.
I'll ask him, what are you speaking of? I don't.
Blood mixed with rotten flesh.
Smell again?
Not really. It is close. Somewhere that way, and he kind of points down the tower towards the bottom.
That would be the ancient one, I'm guessing.
The blood that I smell is not of a normal nature. It is tainted with magic. It is a form of magic from the ancient days that is not used anymore.
Are not supposed to be used anymore?
Yes. The Bloodhand family have been rumored to dabble in it. Part of why they have been considered exos, but not the only reason. There was a time when Sabian, like an idiot, shed his blood in a way that created quite a few of the nameless ones, as they call it, that gave them a bad name. I tell you this because I can smell them here too, even though they are not here presently.
My brother forgave their excommunication and brought them back into the fold.
He stops and kind of looks around the room and he's like, so you are at war.
We've been charged with killing and cleaning up the vampire nation by the Ancient One.
The Ancient One. He kind of looks at you weird, like, what the fuck? And he's like, are you compelled?
No. No, it was a choice.
He kind of chuckles. He's like, you wouldn't know it if you were.
Is there any way for you to tell if I am being controlled?
You are friends with the Bloodhand. Ask one of them. That would be my suggestion for guidance.
Do you know of any way to keep from being compelled? Or is that the same answer?
He nods. There is a surefire way, and that is to be compelled. Once you are compelled, you are immune to it. I know that there are others in the council that... So, what can you tell me? He changes into werewolf form. He's like 13 feet tall. You see him grow a lot bigger than you, and he's like... Just looks real calm.
I'll change.
Okay, you change, same thing happens. It fucking hurts again, breaks your bones, all that shit. Now that you're in this form, the smell that hits you from him makes your tail, which you realize you have one, go between your legs. You're like, you feel fucking terrified of him. And he just looks at you. It is fine. I take this form, not for aggression. You may change back if you wish. But you smell the fullness of him in front of him now. Now you'll be able to find him wherever.
Nice.
He just kind of looks around. You see him sniffing and stuff, and he's like, I'm not quite sure what else to say, but if you have questions, I can answer them. But I feel more comfortable in this form here. I can tell you that those are the answers you seek. They are within the defiled magic, the blood magic. Of all the places within Shill, you are at the place where it exists. It is everywhere in this city. But your answers will be found from the Blood Hand, as they seem to be allies with you. So, what can you tell me about the Council now? Who is in league with you?
We have. So the Ancient One charged my brother, my sister, and myself with cleaning up the Vampire Nation, and he gave us a license to kill the Council if that's what we see fit to do.
He just kind of... Interesting.
Would you like a list of their names?
Oh no, I know all of the Council. I'm just curious who is on your side and who is not. You're not aware of the politics, I'm sure. Maybe you are.
I know that Miss Rebecca is on our side. She's helped me.
To call her Miss Rebecca, you must be close. I'm sure that they serve you all now. I have heard that you are Empress now, so your politics will be involved. None of the others stayed behind with you to make an allegiance.
No. All the rest of them left. And also
He kind of frowns like...
Alistair, I guess, was gonna try to kill the Ancient One, and of course he ripped his head off and took his head into his coffin with him, and then Alistair showed back up a couple of hours later and pledged his allegiance to myself and my brother, and I guess they made him the general?
He will be a good ally, as he probably seeks vengeance on all the other council members. Hopefully not Rebecca, but perhaps if she stayed, then there is already an allegiance that he cannot do anything. I'm curious, my friend, a good doctor, are you in speaking terms, or did he leave as well?
No, he pledged his allegiance to us.
Then it seems that I will serve you as well. Kind of looks around.
That seems a little strange, but
Perhaps
okay.
I should get used to this place. Will he be coming here?
Probably. He was here earlier.
I can tell you this much, there are troops everywhere across the north. They call them the Empire's Guard, and they are everywhere. They are not normal troops. They have come from Monarch, and they are different than human.
So those must be the troops that Dr. Levitt ordered to follow us, if I had to guess. Because he did say he was going to order troops.
The good doctor has human troops. know of no other type of troops that he has, but I do not know everything, I suppose. I only know because they are an army of hunters hunting the undead and other creatures. They care not about us either. Perhaps there's something you could do about that. He kind of looks around and shape changes back into his normal form and kind of looks at you and says, perhaps I will await Dr. Levitt's return. If you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer them. So he spends time there with you, and he explains everything that you need to know about your lycanthropy and the fact that if you don't eat within 30 days some sort of blood and meat, that you will change out of your control.
Okay.
So it's based on feeding, not the moon. The moon does have an effect on you, but it's not, now that you have control, it doesn't.
So as long as she like goes out in the woods and hunts once a month or something.
Yeah, and he explains to you that the full moon, the connection to that comes from the wolves, but it also comes from a time when the night is the time to hunt, and when it is a full moon, you can see better because it's lit up. And so that's when you tend to, it's like a fish lure, you know, kind of. For a fish, the moon is kind of that way in the surroundings, and it just kind of, it'll make you change. He tells you that there are several packs throughout Shill, ruled by individuals that rule them, and that most of the Lycan within the city fall under the rulership of himself or Rebecca, and that they have used those to keep the council in place all these years.
Yeah.
The threat of an army of Lycan coming down on them has kept them from directly trying to attack Rebecca or do anything against her.
Yeah.
That's what's pretty much saved her from being destroyed, killed in some way.
And now we're coming after them.
And now, and he explains that the Lycan will probably be, if Rebecca has done that, then the Lycan will be in the streets as troops and things like that, or something. He doesn't know, but so we're gonna stop there with him. He stays with you.
Okay.
We're going to go take a real quick break,
Okay.
and we will be right back. There's a gift inside the old gods granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the known. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you proceed. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? second ago to Eris. She was sitting with Tarnak and the rest, having a conversation, drinking a little bit of alcohol for the first time. Yeah, so they're sitting there. He had just said some things. I don't know if you recall or remember
I do.
the things that he said, but he mentioned something about could a person do that or something, and the rest said no, but not you. We're not asking you. And then the conversation kind of changed.
Yeah.
Kind of told you that they're here. You're not sure how long, that kind of thing.
Right.
Do you enjoy it? Is it good?
It's good. It tastes really good.
We
Surprisingly.
think. Well, I think so as well. He's not so much on target with that, but even back in the old days when we were on the ship, and he kind of looks at him and he goes, nods. So, how have you been?
Okay. Pretty good. Some strange happenings.
Always. Strange for who? You?
Yes. Yes. I'm cat kind. So that's new.
And curious.
Of course. Always.
Yes, she's always been curious. Maybe you've always been cat kind. And he looks at you.
That's interesting. Could a person do what? What are you guys talking about?
They look at each other for a second, and the rest kind of gives him a look like, don't talk about it kind of thing.
Oh,
And
goodness. Okay.
Tarnak just nods and smiles at him like, okay, and then turns to you and he says, stop a great evil from overtaking. She'll.
It's already done.
Oh dear. No. What's already been done is something has been imprisoned again, and its cycle of imprisonment and release has been sped up from 9,000 years to only 9.
So I made the wrong decision.
Oh no, no one can judge you for the decision you make, but that is not the evil that we speak of. It's too personal for you for us to speak on this topic or subject. And perhaps she is in the place that she's supposed to be in. Perhaps it is just us old men that want to read the book and flip to the last page so we know what happens. It's not for us to judge the fate of another, nor is it to track it anymore, is it? And he looks over at Tarnak, who kind of holds his head down and holds his hand out for the mug. Takes a drink of it. My friend has always been very wise. I tend to listen to his counsel. I will simply say this evil is much closer to you than it was last time, and it is not the same evil. I leave it to you to understand and see what you can. But let us not talk of such dark things. It has been wonderful sitting here next to the creek and the tree, in this circle that seems to be suffering. How long will it be before the very trees suffer? And he turns and looks over at the tree next to you guys.
Look at it.
It looks fine. It seems that the magic that the druids possess has no longer the same effect as it did before.
Yeah, Durza was telling me about that. That the connections broke
Yes,
from concordant opposition.
yes.
For some reason, she thinks that I can fix it.
It was us that made the deal to begin with. You would know the being, perhaps spoken of as Halo, once a god.
God of Druids, right?
Yes, long ago, one of the elder gods.
And then he died.
Yes, he has perished, so his deal with the Soul Forger holds no more. These forces of druidic magic that are present now are within the circles, and the circles only. This being one of the largest. It is good that it was not mine.
This one's not yours?
No, dear, this one has been here for a very long time.
Hmm.
It was not my magic that created it. Which is good, or would not exist now.
Whose was it?
He kind of smiles and turns and looks over at over at Fate, over at the rest, who kind of goes,
She asked so many questions.
kind of does that with his beard, and he goes, but we come back to the same topic.
Oh,
Yes.
I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't know.
So strange seeing that so new. And he points at your instrument.
Yeah.
Yes. See him kind of move his cloak, and he pulls out a mandolin that looks just like it, but much older. He goes, it has changed throughout the years.
It has.
He puts it back up. Well, it has been good discussing things with you. Hopefully, we can repeat this. See him reach back and like he's gonna scratch, and he says, "You are already affecting the evil to bring balance, and you don't even know it." And you hear the cord get struck on the mandolin on his back, and you see them disappear, and everything goes back to where you were. And you hear over there she is, and you look over and you see Durza and Clip standing there. And Tarnak and the rest are gone. You do not see them anymore.
Ugh. She'll stand up.
Okay. Clip's like, hey,
Hey guys.
what's going on, man? You just went through the fucking portal, man. You just took off.
I'm sorry.
I guess I deserved it. I did it to you. There's just like, yes, can we talk now?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the only one, like I said, that can make the deal with him. That is why we wanted you to have the authority from the Druid Council, going in our name, so to say.
Right. Well, I just don't see why I can't help you guys without having that title. I
don't either. It's what the Druids want. I know that you could perhaps succeed even without it.
Yeah.
So, well, that's really all I'm asking.
Well, and then the other thing, talking about how he owes me a favor, he really doesn't. And it just depends on how you said that. What did you say, that we think in a similar way, me and him? And honestly, all I did was stop what I started. Technically. So I don't know if he sees it that way or not. So me going and demanding or whatever might not go over well, or acting like
Actually,
he owes me something.
Clip holds up his hand. He's, little guy. He's much smaller than you. How tall are you? 5'2" or 3? Yeah, he's like 4'2". He's like a foot shorter than you. He kind of holds up his hand. He's like, actually, you're not responsible. Yeah.
What do you mean?
It was someone else that did it. It was not you.
Brought me through the portal.
Made the portal for you to come through.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I did know that, but it's, I don't know. So would I have to go to concordant opposition, she would say?
Yeah. There's a, shakes her head. Yeah. She goes, but I can take you directly there. I don't want you to just haphazardly go, if you know what I mean. I don't.
I know I do.
I
do.
feel like that if you were to do that, it would lessen the chances of you succeeding
Right,
if you were
and
to just,
what do I have to offer to even broker a deal like that? You know what I mean? Like what? So, do you know what the original deal was? Made by Halo?
As a Neo, there were already things involved between the Soul Forger and many other deities. As part of the plan, the agreement to come together to be allies, to defeat the Nexus. This greater form of magic, which we call druidic magic, was gifted unto mankind by the Soul Forger from the center of concordant opposition. It was an agreement made with your people, not ours. We are the ones that are now affected by it, and we cannot go into the people. We cannot go into the forest. We cannot go. Our magic does not work anywhere but here. We are limited to an area that is not even 1% of what we were watching over. So
Right.
much has already happened, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Habitats have been destroyed. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that things have taken place that many of the Druids will want retribution for.
I'm sure. I will do anything I can to help restore that. You know that I care about the planet and the animals just as much as you guys do. So I will. But I want it to be done in the right way.
You'll have to offer something to the one that creates everything.
Yeah. What could you possibly offer a being like that?
I do not know. What does that?
She'll look at him.
I kind of have an idea of something that might work.
What?
Well, first I want to move the Sith,
Right.
and after we get that done, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Deal?
Deal.
Darius
That
is
should
like,
be about ready.
Oh. Okay.
Soon. I'm sure he's tried to contact me. He
Who?
wouldn't have been able to.
Who?
The person
Oh.
who's clearing it out.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, let's figure that out. How far do we gotta walk? And Darius is like, about a mile. He's like, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Come on, let's take a walk. Let's enjoy the
Okay.
nature and the birds. You see Durza kind of look at you like, are you sure about that?
She'll look at her like, is there something I'm missing?
She's like, are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Clip goes, of course she's good. She's with me. He kind of bounces up on one of the rocks, the druid stones, and she kind of looks at him and like goes like that. He climbs up it, and stands on it and kind of looks off in the distance.
It's that way.
Oh, we got to go over the creek?
Yeah.
Water splash. Let's splash. Come on. He jumps down, goes running up to the water and jumps right in it, starts splashing with his feet.
She's not doing that. It's small enough that she could jump over it, right?
She could, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
You jump over it?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you don't want to splash?
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
I am.
Well, if you're scared to get your feet wet.
I am 100% positive. I thought cats didn't like water. Is that a rumor? She didn't look at it.
I think it's, I don't think we're any different than people. I know cats that like water.
That's just always what I've heard.
I love it when it rains.
Yeah. I like the rain too, but I don't really want to get my leather wet. It'll
Okay.
be all squeaky.
All right. So you guys cross the river, or cross the creek, the little creek that you had, to the south.
Yes.
You'll see lots of wildlife: deer, stag, bunnies, birds. Just a shitload of bear. You see a bear. Shitload of wildlife in this area. When you come to the edge of it, you feel the change coming out of it, where your magic comes back on. It's like, all right. So where are we going to?
Oh, hold on. She'll telepathy bay. Hey.
Hey.
Is the Sith cleared out? Can I come get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it should be cleared.
Are you okay?
Yes, it just took me a moment. I apologize.
No worries. I know you probably tried to contact me.
Yes.
Druid circles.
But it wasn't for me. It was, Velia.
Is
She
she
really
okay?
wants to talk to you and see you. Well, she's gone through some changes.
Okay.
It might be best for her to tell you. I don't know if that's something she's going to do or not. That's up to her. But yeah, we're at the tower. Or should I say she is at the tower with Lucian.
Okay. Let me do this stuff with getting the Sith set up, and then I'll contact her and have her meet me there.
What are you going to do with the Sith? Open up something down there?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, she'll nod her head.
Where to?
Outside the Sith, I guess.
Okay. You guys teleport. You appear right outside the Sith. Doors are closed on it.
So what's your plan? How are you planning on moving this thing? Do you have any ideas, or?
So, we need to just get the area that we need to get. We don't need to get the whole building. And then we can build. Or we can try to take the whole building. I don't know how. Let me think
So,
about this.
Well, I have an idea.
What?
Kind of look at it.
Okay.
I think I can just move all the materials and rebuild it myself.
Really?
Yeah. Take some time, but yeah, I think I can do it.
Okay. By yourself? I was thinking maybe a mage. I mean, you probably got some magic, right?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Let's make sure there's nobody in here first, though. She'll walk.
All right. You walk up, the door's locked. Unlocks.
Let's open it.
You go in.
Yeah.
There's nobody there.
That was weird. observation. Look around the room.
Okay.
See if I can see anybody. Yes, a critic.
You catch the image of a ghost, but it's a horse. The end of a horse, like the ass end of a horse, that goes through the wall.
Did you see that?
No, what's up? Somebody here?
It was like
You see him pull out a short sword. Shh.
a ghost
And then
horse.
another. Shh. He walks in.
It's like a ghost horse.
Ghost horse.
That's what I said.
He goes walking over that direction. You got my back?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Pull her mandolin around.
Okay.
to her
He goes
front.
around the corner and goes into where Vay's office used to be, and you see a statue sitting up against the corner of the wall of the unicorn.
Oh shit.
But you don't see a ghost. You like look around.
She'll look at it. Is it still locked to the floor?
Yeah. He looks over and he goes, "Is that what did that? Is that a unicorn?"
So yeah, that was Reva. She had a unicorn and it was killed. And
It's missing its horn.
It is. It is.
Put that horn back on, it'll come back alive.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, instantly.
I don't know anything about the horn. As far as I know, the person who killed Valia originally still has it.
Yeah.
That was what
Sucks.
was used to kill her.
That sucks.
It does.
Male or female?
Female.
Sucks. I'm sorry, sweetheart. He kind of looks over at it.
Would her ghost be walking around?
It's possible.
So I don't know how I'm gonna move that. It's pretty heavy. I wizard locked it to the floor.
Oh, shit.
I can undo it, but
You wizard locked it?
I did.
How'd you do that? With your mandolin?
Yeah.
Rona,
Who's your owner?
friend of mine. Friend of mine does that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Your
Mandolin's in front of her.
Yeah, he looks at it and goes, "Your mandolin looks a lot like his. It's really strange."
I'm not the only person
It's
who
strange.
has one.
It's strange because he's in another world. He's not even in this crystalline sphere. In a completely other crystalline sphere. Anyway, move a statue. He walks up to it.
She'll walk up to it and
You
knock
made,
it.
You made me think a couple times today. You cast knock
Yeah.
on it.
30-foot radius.
Actually, it's not knock. It's
Oh, I'm so sorry.
arcane.
Arcane knock. Or arcane shit. Can you go to first level? Arcane spells for me. It's first level, right?
Yeah, right.
Hold on. What is it? It's arcane something.
Bear with us on this new system. We're trying to
There's
learn new
arcane
terms.
lock.
Arcane lock, and then there's. It's on the same level.
Arcane open.
Yeah,
Arcane
that's
open.
it. Arcane
There
open.
it is.
Okay.
Second level.
All right, it unlocks it from the floor. He's like, "Should I pick it up?"
I think it weighs like 3,000 pounds. Like that was an actual unicorn that was turned to stone.
He walks over to it and lifts it up, but he can't carry it. You see, he can lift it up. He's like, yeah, that would be a little awkward, and he puts it back down. And it strained him to do so.
It might be too heavy. You feel me? I'm not sure. There it is.
It is. It is.
500 gold piece weight per level experience of the caster.
Well, yeah, then you could.
So could I do
Yeah,
it?
you could do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I think I can move it, but I would have to have
I
somewhere.
had no idea it was that much weight.
I
That's
didn't
crazy.
either.
I thought it was handheld only.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you vanish it to? Well, you'll have to go wherever. You know what I mean?
I do. Let me see here. Let me actually look at that one more time. I think that I can make it. Well,
So you're back in bottom of Mirabilia.
okay. So what I can do is I can cast a spell on it, and it will hold it in the ethereal plane, and then I can move it to wherever I want
Okay,
at a later time at any time.
sounds good.
So that'll work. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll
Yep.
do that, and then walk back outside
Okay.
and use her mandolin, the lyre of building,
Okay.
to move
Liability.
everything.
Okay. All right. And you're going to take it up to the top and put it up there.
Rebuild everything
Um,
exactly how it is.
All right. I'll pull up a map here in a little bit to do that, to show you where you're at, the Mirabilia map. But in the meantime, so this is during the 4 months once again. So as you gonna take the time to build the Sith again on the top of Mirabilia, actually pretty close to the execution area, and
Okay.
there's a building there that's a courthouse. You see, as a courthouse, but it looks empty, but it's still there. And you see an execution area being finished with decorations and tapestries and things like that. You kind of look past that on the other side, and you can see what looks like some sort of shadowy rock being built over there.
Okay.
Yeah. And it reminds you of your mandolin, the way that it's doing it.
Oh, little Eris.
It's probably little Eris.
Oh, what the fuck is she doing? What is she doing? Oh. It's okay. I'll ask her about it later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So it's going to take you a little bit to do that,
That's
and all that's going on. So let's go to Reva.
Okay.
Vey, when he goes aboard the ship, you walk on behind him, and he tells you he's got to go down into the city,
Okay.
and he's going to take the little ship, Lily's little ship.
All right. Yeah, I've got some things I need to take care of too. So.
Okay. All right. Stay in touch.
Yeah.
Things are changing, but there are no worries.
I'm gonna try to get some answers. We'll see.
I'm going to try to make some answers.
What does that even mean?
Well, getting answers is requesting, is it not?
I guess. Doesn't have to be, but yeah.
Listen, the father that's never home, the Ancient One is not respected or needed. However, it still is.
Right.
He said 9,000 years. That's a long time to do what we want.
It is.
It just so happens that we agree with him with this particular thing.
Right.
I don't think he has control over me.
You don't think?
No.
I don't think he has control, but you are acting different. for whatever reason.
There've been a lot of changes.
There has.
Just doing the things that need to be done to complete our goals.
I get it, and you know you're my brother. I got your back no matter what.
And
But
now yours.
I wouldn't be your
Empress.
sister if I didn't say anything. What?
He said, and now yours, Empress.
I wouldn't be your sister if I didn't call you out on it and say anything.
I'm not quite sure if the things you're talking about are the things that I'm doing to prepare for what we have to do, or exactly what it is you speak of, but...
You're just different.
Hmm.
After the funeral, your entire demeanor changed.
We have a goal, sister. He turns and walks down and goes down the stairs and disappears. A few minutes later, you see him come up out of the ship in the little ship and zoom down.
Okay. So with the Vulcanite Ion Stone, can she telepathy out to somebody who doesn't have one? They just
Yes.
can't answer.
Right.
Correct? Okay.
Right. Unless they can.
Unless they
with
can.
another form of telepathy.
She's gonna try and telepathy Lamast.
Okay.
And be like, hey, can you answer me? She'll wait.
Yeah. Of course.
Nice. Nice. Well, not everybody can, so. I have some questions and I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Are you busy?
No.
So the things I want to talk about, I don't really want to do here,
Where's here?
the Citadel.
What about the alchemy room
Okay. Yeah,
at the Sith?
it works.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Pop. Pop. That's
you-
the sound it makes when you teleport.
You teleport and appear inside of your alchemy room.
Nice.
As you appear, pieces of wood start to creak and move, and you see things change, and the fucking building starts coming apart all around you. As you're standing there, you see a ghost of a unicorn come through the room that you're at as all this is happening and run past you just
Is
through
it
the wall.
Nixie?
Yeah.
Nixie!
It stops and then you see it back up and turn and look at you. And then comes over to you and just kind of turns sideways, like for you to get on it.
She'll try to touch her.
Goes through it.
I can't get on you.
More's coming down and it spooks her and you see her just take off, disappears through the wall. As the wall's disappearing behind you, you see Eris with an instrument and she's playing some kind of music and you see this elf standing next to her and he's like, hey. He hits Eris and with his elbow, he's like, hey, look. And you look up and you see Rava standing there looking at you with pieces of wood flying around. And you know to stop is not good. Like, you got to keep going.
She'll keep going. She can't
She
stop.
keeps playing, and Raven, what do you do? Like, you could step out.
She'll step out, yeah.
You step out, and Clip's like, hey, we checked. We didn't see
You're
anybody
good. It's
in there.
fine. I just got here. It's fine. Damn it.
She's going to move it up. Yeah, she's going to move it up.
Where?
Up above. Up above. Kind of by this. Well, I can show you. We can show you. I can show you when she's done. He kind of looks over at her. She'll be done in a little bit. See the mass come floating up. Hey.
Hey.
Drops down to the ground. Walks up.
She'll look at it.
He goes to give you a hug.
She'll hug him.
He hugs you, and like it's kind of strange and awkward.
Like it usually is.
Yeah, and you're like, what in the world? And then he's like, I'm sorry, I didn't want that to be uncomfortable. I hope it wasn't. And he steps back. He's like, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Clip's just kind of looking at him like,
What?
who says that?
Reva.
Reva.
Yeah.
He,
What?
He goes, oh, nothing. Just, you guys got some unique friends. He looks back at Lamass, and Lamass is like, you can say it. He goes, yeah, you're a vampire. He goes, yes, but I'm a good one. He goes, lie to your friends, don't lie to me. And he's like, no, really, I am. My name is Lamast. He's like, okay, Mast, Lamast, the Mast. What? You're still a vampire, right? And he's like, well, yes, but I do not feed on humans, if I don't have to. He's like, oh, so if they locked you up, put you in a room full of humans, you'd go crazy and eat them all, right? Yes. He looks over at you, kind of embarrassed.
It's
And he's
all
like,
about balance.
oh, so you are a vampire. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a vampire.
Some people deserve to be eaten.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I hope you're not talking about me. And Lamass goes, oh no, she's not that way. She wouldn't say that about you. No, it's just I haven't seen my friend in a long time. And as you finish, you're holding it in your mandolin. You know, you got to go up.
She'll go up.
Okay, she just
Sure.
walks.
She'll be like, all right. She'll kind of look at them and go, shrug, start
Okay.
walking, I guess.
Clip's like, oh, well, we'll see. And he turns and he walks after her. Reva, you're standing there with Lamass in the middle of this area where the Sith used to be. And you kind of look around, you look over, and you see this thing that says Sith, another building that's carved with Sith, and then written Academy, and then you see all the fountains and the beautiful trees, and this other house with a tower, beautiful with a fence all the way around it,
She'd say to
attached to
Lamass.
Lily's mom and dad's house.
Yeah. She's been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'd say to Lamass, well, I wouldn't suggest you go there.
Oh no.
But
No.
there's the hero's headquarters. It's right there.
He kind of looks up at the hill at it.
I mean, I haven't been there. I just don't want anybody to overhear what I need to talk to you about. I don't know who's there. Is my
He kind of
point.
smiles. He's like, okay, well, we can go to the park. He points down at the pond and the water and everything. The area he points to is right where Nixie died. He's like, we go down there.
No,
Okay.
I'd rather not.
Okay. Well, then this hero's headquarters then?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right, you guys walk up the hill
Mhm.
and come into the hero's headquarters. It opens, the doors open, you come in, and it hasn't been touched, like nothing's touched it. And you look around, it's actually decorated, and it looks really, really good. But it does not look lived in.
Got you. Just how it was when we left it, essentially.
No,
No?
it's been more decorated. and
Somebody redecorated
Somebody
it?
has redecorated it. It's more decorated than it was. Some of the old decorations are still there, but there's been new added to it. And,
Somebody's been here.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who. Can I tell by the decorations? Can I gather who it might have been?
Probably David.
Ah.
He's probably still living here up on the second floor.
Yeah, David's probably here. Okay. She'll go and she'll sit down in the middle area
Okay.
by the fire.
All right.
She'd be like, so, I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm almost positive that it has something to do with blood magic. And she'll look at him. There's something not right. There's something not right, and I
Hey,
can't figure
all I
out.
did was two simple
No,
spells.
it's not
I
you.
didn't.
I don't think it's something you did.
Oh.
I think that there was already magic on me before you did that. and I just didn't know it.
He looks scared when you
I
say that.
don't
He's
know
like,
where it came from. I don't know.
You mean you've had blood magic on you before?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Fuck, I wish I would have known that.
Why?
It can be felt.
Can it?
The fact that I did that can be felt by whoever put whatever on you. And it also means that anything I did to you could be not successful.
Well, the memory thing was successful. But then again, and then that's the other thing. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they're not accurate. I feel like the memories aren't accurate. There's holes. There's
That's
things.
what I'm telling you. If
There's
there's other blood magic on you, there's other blood magic on you. Look, this is like the worst time we could be talking about this.
Why?
Because it's being practiced a lot more than it should be. It's forbidden.
By who?
Well, not just the ancient one, but by everyone. It's a stick. It's how do I say this? It's hard enough that we've been reinstated and are no longer exos, my family, and that we have the name Amora now, which isn't really any of our names, but it makes us royal blood now again, thanks to you guys. But if they catch us practicing blood magic,
So, your name's not Amora?
no.
And that was the other thing I wanted to. What was your name?
My name is Ryson, RCEN.
RCEN.
Yeah.
So-
12,000 years ago I was born.
12,000 years ago?
Yeah. Then I died, and then I was brought back by a necromancer as an undead being for a while. And then my soul was put back together somehow, and I was reborn again. Then I became a vampire. Long time ago.
So, the ancient one said something to me specifically involving the name Amora that I'm kind of confused about. I don't understand what he was talking about. He had mentioned somebody named Queen Amora and said that something about her being our mother and that she was dead because of us. And you were the only place I had ever heard that name before.
Sorry, what did you say?
Which part?
What you just said?
Queen Amora?
I don't understand you. What are you saying?
What does it sound like I'm saying?
What does it sound like I'm saying? That's what you said, but then you said something. I don't remember what it was. What was it?
Are you fucking serious right now?
I'm sorry.
There-
I
it's
just
not-
can't remember
there's
what it
something-
was.
There's something going on. I can't talk to you about this thing.
Okay.
Not because I don't want to, because you're not remembering when I'm trying to talk to you.
Oh.
You're not remembering the thing I'm trying to talk to you
Well,
about.
then it is against my compulsion. Whatever it is.
Your compulsion.
Yes, I've been compelled.
By who?
Well, my brother compelled me. Sabian.
Looks like I need to go have a talk with Sabian then.
There's more than that, but yeah. But yeah. My brother has allowed my sister to compel me on certain areas, just like they have allowed me to compel my sisters under me in certain areas. There are rules in our family.
So, this has to do with my family line. Like, directly.
Amore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a Moray. You're like us. We're of his line. We're of the ancient one. Right? Is this where we start getting lost?
Yes, kind of.
Can you write it down? Maybe I can read it.
She'll try. She'll pull out her alchemy notebook.
Okay. What do you write?
Queen Amore? Question
Okay.
mark.
Okay.
She'll hand it to him.
Write it.
I did.
There's nothing on this page.
Yes, there is. She'll take it back and look at it. It's
yeah,
there.
it's there. Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Whatever it is, my brother does not want me to speak about it, or someone doesn't want us to speak about it. Why would I be told? Why would I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe because whoever did it knows that we're friends and you would tell me.
Why wouldn't they want you to know something?
That's what I'm saying.
What are we talking about?
I am so tired of the secrets.
I don't like secrets. Well, I like secrets. I like revealing secrets. I like learning, and like you, I like learning things and building things. I've got these great ideas. I think we can develop
Poor baby.
a way to engineer it to rain whatever substance we want it to rain in the city. All it would require would be, we probably couldn't do the whole city, but the center and most of it, but not include, of course, the citadel. If we had something tall that it could rain from, it would rain, so we could rain like positive material energy, holy water, things like that, whatever you guys need. But it would require, something really tall in at least 3 locations around the citadel.
Yeah.
Something pretty tall. I mean, like taller than the citadel, probably, but I don't know. Maybe not. It just depends. But
That's super interesting. That's a really interesting idea.
then the other thing is, they're going to create items that prevent them from being harmed by the items we create.
Yeah.
Because
So I've kind of already started on some of those too.
okay,
Some of those items.
okay.
Incense?
Interesting. You see him reach around in his pouch and he pulls out these masks and he's like, I've got this that I created, but it doesn't work anymore. I have to recreate it or try to recreate it, but it was for, and he puts it over his face and it covers him from inhaling. In case there's an epidemic or something happens. Could be locations where you tell the vampires that they've got to wear their masks. Like, warn them that this place has this incense, you got to wear your mask, and then we would know who's vampire and who's not, and whether they're following the rules. I don't know if he's planning on leaving any alive, but hopefully us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're good, right?
You guys, but very few others, and I would tread lightly. She would say to him. I know he was cool when you saw him yesterday, but just tread lightly.
He's always been cool. I've always liked your brother. Yeah.
I'm just warning you.
Appreciate it. Hopefully knowing you, I mean, it's all good. It's all good, man. So about that other subject, obviously it has nothing to do with what we're talking about now because I still remember everything. But whatever it had to do with, you should talk to my brother about.
Yeah, I need to do that. This is super important.
Okay.
I feel like. I need answers. I'm tired of being lied to.
Yeah.
And it's been going on for a long time.
You're kind of an enigma to me. Like, I don't know a lot about your family. Like, it seems like every time I learn something, I forget it. Like,
Be that compulsion.
what compulsion? brother.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
I'm catching up. How long I'll be here, I don't know. But, yeah, you're just intriguing. And he just looks at you. And you're like, oh, maybe the compulsion is part of what's making you intriguing to him.
Right.
Because you can't figure anything out.
Oh,
You hope not, but...
Oh, that kind of makes her a little mad.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you and goes, are you okay? You're not... I didn't make you mad, did I?
No, I'm not mad at you.
You see him reach out his hand, and he, like, kind of touches your shoulder. He's like,
I'm not mad at you.
I really don't want to upset you. You know? Yeah, it's been awkward, I know, but it seems like it's a lot better when we're alone and there's no one else around.
No, you're right.
Are you okay?
Do you know of anything that can remove compulsion?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Compulsion.
What do you mean?
So there's things with blood magic that can do it. We were just talking about that. There's things with blood magic that can break the compulsion, or if you get compelled by another being.
It could break the previous compulsion?
It can't. It has to be in the right situation, but it can. Well, very rarely does it break the other compulsion, but it can. Mostly it just allows you access to compel them for a limited time until they're away from you. But it takes a very powerful vampire to do that. And compulsion is rooted in feeding. The more you feed, and I mean really feed, mostly human blood, the stronger your compulsion becomes over another being. So like some vampires that feed a lot would have better compulsion. I've heard stories about nameless ones being created not even 24 hours old and compelling beings that have been compelled by vampires that are centuries old.
So, like, I wonder, like me, for example, so I can compel people, but I'm different. I don't feed on people. It's not necessary. So I wonder how that would correlate over into...
I don't know. He smiles at you. He's like, kind of moves in real close to you now.
Oh, goodness.
What does she do?
Oh, goodness, I don't know.
She's awkward.
Yeah.
He's like, gets real close to you, like, romantic, but he's kind of a dweeb, you know, the way that he does everything, like he's been since the beginning. And he looks into your eyes and he's like, do you want to compel me? I'll let you.
She'll try to compel him.
Okay.
It's at a -9.
Well, he's willing. And you compel it.
It works.
Yeah. You feel a connection. You feel like he will tell you anything you want him to tell you.
Who's Queen Amore?
He leans out and kisses you. Do you kiss him?
Yeah, she will.
You realize she's infatuated
Oh,
right now.
goodness.
He's completely.
She'll-
He's like kind of.
Yeah, she'll stop.
He looks a little confused. He's like.
Not while you're compelled.
You see his eyes kind of go a little red.
Calm. Be calm.
What's going on?
Are you okay?
You see his teeth came out a little and then they go back in.
Are you okay?
Yeah. He stepped back from you now.
He's not compelled anymore, is he? Damn it!
You feel it leave. Is something the matter?
You told me to compel you and I did. It only lasted for like 2 seconds.
I was being He looks embarrassed. He's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I meant, like, you can compel me, like, jeez. Jeez, so Pete Tweeter?
You kissed me. She'll look at her.
I kissed you?
You did. You did.
Was it good?
Was it? Yeah.
It was awkward.
She'll say yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Fuck, I don't remember our first kiss. That's not right. Can you...
I
You
could try-
compelled me.
I could
You
try-
compelled me.
I did. I could try to compel you to remember.
Okay. And he smiles at you.
Okay. She will. She'll try to compel him.
He does. You compel him
She'll
again.
compel
What
him
the
to
hell?
remember.
Two really, really, yeah, crazy rolls. You compel him. He kind of looks at you.
She'll compel him to remember. Even when
What do
he
you
comes
say?
in.
Like,
Remember what happens in the compulsion even once you come out. And the last one.
he just looks at you like he doesn't know what you're saying.
He has no clue what she's saying.
He just kind of looks at you.
Remember that you kissed me?
He smiles. He goes, was that okay?
Yeah.
I know, that was awkward. That was an awkward kiss, he says, and he kind of looks down. Are you okay?
I am.
Sister. You hear in your head, sister,
What?
you are compelling someone, are you not?
Yeah? What?
Is
Why?
everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine, babe.
Very well.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I feel a disconnect.
God. Really? Fucking. The fuck? Why can he tell? Why can he tell? She didn't say that out loud.
Right.
She's like, that's not fair. Let me ask you a question. So, can you... You said you could break somebody else's compulsion with more compulsion, right?
Sometimes, yeah, people can, yeah.
Is he still compelled?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She will compel him to... When speaking with her, be able to remember and tell her anything about the Amore family.
You see his eyes start to turn red. He's like, "Ugh." You see him reach up to his head. You still have him compelled, and he's like, my head hurts.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's fighting against the blood magic, isn't it?
Yes. I think what
Is
you're
it
doing.
working?
I think so.
Is it gonna hurt you?
Headache, he says. I haven't had one of these since I was human. What in the world?
Do you want me to stop it?
Did you get your answer?
No.
It's just a headache. Go ahead.
Oh goodness, I don't want to permanently damage him. She'll ask him, can it cause permanent damage?
I don't know.
I don't want to do that.
I don't think so.
Let me talk to your brother before we go any further. I don't want to hurt you. She'll release him.
He says okay. Yeah, no
She'll
problem.
release him from
Okay.
it.
He looks at you shocked. He's like, I remember.
Yes, it worked!
I remember.
Hold on, she'll look at it.
But I'm still compelled from talking about what I remember. But I remember.
Just talking about it?
Yeah, I can't talk about it.
What about writing about it?
I can't write about it.
Okay.
But I remember we talked about it, so it broke the compulsion. You broke some sort of compulsion. Maybe I can. Am I still compelled?
No. So if I compel you to do something that's against your other compulsion while you're compelled, then when you come out of it, it breaks that previous compulsion.
You told me to do that.
Yeah.
That's why I was able to do it.
So now you can remember it, but because I didn't say talk about it, you can't talk about it.
Correct. I believe so. Like, I can see what's on that page right now. But I can't talk to you about that.
Okay. Will anything bad happen if I break that compulsion and you do talk about it?
Fucking asshole. Huh?
Who did it?
My fucking brother, I'm sure. Son of a bitch. Told me he wasn't gonna do these kind of things.
Yeah.
I wonder what else is hidden.
He's not going to be very happy with me. It's okay, I can kick his ass, I'm sure.
I wonder if you could break the compulsion altogether.
I could try. You want me to try?
Yeah.
Okay. Should try to compel him again.
Doesn't work that time. His eyes kind of turn red just for a second. He looks at you and he's like, go ahead.
Should try again.
Nothing happens.
Damn it.
There's a knock on the hero's headquarters. It kind of echoes through the chamber that's empty, you know.
She'll stand up.
Okay. He stands up with you, next to you.
She'll walk over to the door.
Kind of flies with you next to you. Go over to the door. You open it.
Mhm.
Sabian's standing there and he's drinking a bottle. He's like,
What's up, Sabian?
what's up? Mind if I come in? He enters. And that's where we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
There's a gift inside the old God's granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the north. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you proceed. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? back. Sabian walks in, goes to sit down, kind of glances over at you and looks at your hand. You got that notebook kind of high, you know. When he looks, he goes, "What's it got in its filthy little notebook?"
She'll put it in her bag.
What's going on? You guys are getting way kinkier than I thought. She's a mask.
He was willing.
Glare. Willing, you say?
She'll go sit down.
So you decided, since he was willing, to dominate him, to...
Sabian, we need to talk.
Are you a dominatrix?
We
He
need to
sits
talk.
down. Because if you are, I mean... Lamask goes, "Leave her alone." He goes, "Oh, little brother. If you didn't have me compelled..." "Wait, you don't have me compelled." And he turns and looks at him. He's like, "No, I don't. It seems that's been broken, and I would have to do it again if I was going to do it."
Guys,
You see Lamask kind of step back and cross his arms and just look at him with, like, fucking anger, you know.
goodness.
Sabian just is kind of relaxed. He takes another drink off the bottle that he's holding. "Oh, may I introduce you to the new Sheriff of Mirabilia?" And he pulls his cloak back, and you see this symbol of the Citadel shining, and it's silver. What you think?
Got badges now?
Yeah, your brother gave me this. This right here. This is gonna allow me to pay off a lot of debts. At the same time, get rid of some ideals. Look, he puts a bottle on the table. I'm not one for fucking rules and laws and shit like that. I'm not saying I agree with everything your brother's doing, but for now it works.
City needs order. In my
Or
opinion.
complete disorder, one or the other. Anyway, I'll take the order right now because they're mine. The orders are coming from me when it comes to some slimy council member.
So, Sabian, I got some questions for you.
Yeah, and I've got something to give to the heroes of the North.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's up?
Are you a hero of the North? And he kind of looks at you, raises an eyebrow. I mean, you would kind of be the bearer of bad news.
Oh. I've got other things. If you want to give it to me, I don't know. I don't really see any of them.
I'll take care of it. Basically, what I'm telling you is I ain't got a lot of time. This is pretty important. You know, when you're talking about birds and bees and shit, you know.
So,
How can I help you two lovebirds?
who's Queen Amore?
You see him kind of look away from you for a second.
And why is it mine and my siblings' fault that she's dead?
He turns and looks back at you. Your question? You see the mask kind
Are
of...
you fucking kidding me right now?
No. Ask it, please. I only
You're
have a limited
compelled.
amount of...
Sabian.
I refuse your compulsion. He
No,
smiles.
you're compelled already. Not by me, by somebody else.
What makes you think that?
Because you don't remember my question and I already asked it.
You see the mask kind of...
Like deja vu.
He turns and looks at his brother. He's like, "You compelled me not to speak of it. Who compelled you not to speak of it?" He goes, "I don't know what you're talking about."
She'd look at the mask and be like, "See, I told you there was something here. There's something going on."
He turns and he looks at you. He's like, "Vaisha,
Vaisha did it?
Vaisha. No, we gave up the compulsion long ago, brother. Her and I no longer do that. He goes, well, then it was done a long time ago.
Yeah.
Possibly. But she said she dropped all compulsions.
Then she lied. Or there's somebody else who can compel you.
I believe my sister and I are going to need to have a talk.
Let me ask you a question, Sabian.
Yeah.
Who woke up the Ancient One?
He's reaching for his bottle when you say that, and he stops, and he's like, I don't know. Who woke up the Ancient One?
I don't know. Have to be some crazy motherfucker who didn't care if they lived or died.
The Master's like, brother, did you do it? You did it!
I don't know.
It
for
was
sure.
you stupid son of a bitch! You know what you've done? And you see him kind of look at me. He goes, I know exactly what I've done. I've put our family back on the map. I fixed all the bullshit. That's what I did. And he goes, so you did do it? And he's like,
Damn it.
Yes! She would smile. Mask. Nice. That was.
thank you, Reva. He looks at you and turns and looks back at him. He's like, yeah. So this conversation didn't go how I thought it was going to go. Time to have a talk with my sister, I think. But before that, I think I'll take this note to Lily. She's probably the best one to do anything with it. You kids have fun. You stay out of trouble. He stands up, sort of walking to the door. The Master's like, brother, please, do not compel me. You see him kind of look at him, and then he turns and looks at you. I promise you. And he looks over at you. And then he turns and goes out the door. The Master's like, he hugs you. He's like, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much. How long has it been? Shit.
Sure.
You are my savior. Like, he's not letting go.
Oh,
It's like, you have fucking freed me. I thought he was gonna die, and I would be fucked. And he lets go of you.
Did he release it?
You released it.
But the other is still there.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No?
I don't.
So, can you talk about Queen Amore?
I can. Founder of Queensland, beloved of all, the most beautiful creature, being. She was full of life, and everybody wanted to meet her. Everybody wanted to see her. She truly, and I don't mean this in a bad way, because you are absolutely gorgeous and the most beautiful woman that I know. But you resemble her. She was so kind. You see him kind of look down. She helped everyone. You're her daughter.
I was about to ask, did she have children?
She did.
4 of them? Right?
Yeah. Oh my God. I have to go.
No, what? Why?
I'm sorry, I have to go.
Why?
You see blood like start to drip out of his eye. He goes, I have to tell somebody. I gotta take care of this.
What's going on? Tell me. Whoa.
He leans back
Whoa.
and he like,
Hey, you could be in danger if you go tell anybody this information. Somebody compelled you. I know it was Sabian, but somebody compelled him. You have to be careful.
You were taken. You survived. You survived. And he looks at you. He's like, wow.
What happened?
You were to be killed. All of you. All of you were to be killed.
By who?
Same
Why?
being that killed her.
Who killed her? Please explain to me what's going on.
The being that killed her, she's no longer alive. Your mother's dead.
I knew that already.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened,
He
Lamass.
killed her.
Who?
Him.
Like, is it my grandfather? Why?
Because she was going to have a union.
A union? What do you mean?
She was Sith. Amore is the old name of Sith. It was changed and downtrodden by the House of Vane. He couldn't have her. She was so angry that she was going to be with someone else. I'm not sure if I should.
So he's not really our grandfather.
He is your grandfather. She was his daughter.
Oh.
Yes.
Who were you gonna go tell?
He just kind of stands there frozen, like shaking. You see him kind of shaking. He's like,
What's wrong?
we weren't supposed to speak of you because it endangers you. It endangers you. You're in trouble now. If it's known that that's who you are, all three of you are in dire straits.
Even if it's known by me?
Maybe we could just keep it. Maybe we could just not talk about it, and it'll go away. If he knows, then he knows you're alive. He'll know you're alive. The Ancient One was protecting you. Why? He wanted her dead. She would not listen to him. She was going to marry anyway. The great knight Ariax. He was the best in the kingdom. The strongest, the fastest, undefeatable. She was going to marry him. He was not royalty. He was nobility because his father took him in, but he was from the streets. Upon her death, he could remember nothing but her beauty. So much so that he became her and took on the visage of the goddess of love and beauty and became a woman.
The story's known how Ariax became a woman when he ascended. The story's known in a list.
Ariax is your father. But Ariax is dead.
Yeah.
And you would be Neo. But you're not Neo.
I'm not. Doesn't make sense.
Is that how? There's so much. I don't even know.
So, and the thing is, so like, with my memories with all of that, I remember being a child, but it was in Elysium. It was with Ariax and Larvain. It was...
That was not your first childhood. That wasn't your first childhood, I guarantee it. I feel like you and I, our relationship is different than this. Why am I the one Why do I have to be the one?
I don't know.
You be in danger? I can be in danger? Art, I'm the one because you trust me, right? That's why.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then our friendship is more important than I thought.
You are one of the only people outside of my family who has not lied to me. Everybody else tries to keep those secrets from me. You have been the only person outside of my brother and sister who have actually helped me to find them.
There's so much to worry about that this is. I understand you want to know where you came from, and
So,
I think it should be done slowly and quietly. I don't think we should make this public. I don't know if your brother needs to know. He's uncontrollable. He's not going to.
he is.
Do you know what he's doing?
The execution stations? Yeah, I do. I do.
Reva,
What's up, Vay?
there seems to be a problem. Something that I think you might be interested in.
What's up?
When you can, please come back to the Citadel so that we can discuss it. It's of great importance and involves innocents and children,
Okay.
as well as friends.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Okay.
Give me a little while.
Now we're gonna go to Lily.
I'm sorry that took so long.
Oh, you're fine.
Lily,
No worries, yeah.
you are creating your spells, like we discussed. All that stuff's going on. You're in your room with Gorgain, and there's a knock on the door. It's open, of course, but there's a knock. Knock, knock, knock. You look over and you see Sabian standing there.
Enter.
You are in the academy. He's standing in the doorway.
Hello.
He didn't look wet. He didn't look, he steps in and he goes, I hope that it's okay that I'm here. I am an ally, but I'm also a messenger. I must bring you some urgent news. I am the sheriff of Mirabilia, and he hands you the scroll. He hands it out.
Take it.
You see blood on it, on the scroll. He says, this was found at one of our stations when we executed some vampires.
She does have gloves on.
Yeah.
Just a reminder.
Yeah, he wouldn't let you touch it unless you
Open it.
you look at it. It's a contract to capture 2 half-drow children, a drow female, and a thief, heroes of the North.
Does it say who wrote it?
He looks at you. It looks like it's like from a bounty hunters guild, but it's not one you recognize. And everything's written in red ink or blood, you're not sure. And he looks at you, Sabi looks at you, goes, you're probably going to want to try to figure things out. I don't want to waste your time. If there's anything I can do, let me know.
Thank you.
I have duties that I must attend to. I'm the new sheriff of Mirabilia. So, if you need any help at all, especially with dealing with council fucks, you let me know and I will be there.
Thank you, Sabian.
He turns and walks out. Gorgain kind of gets up. He's like, wait a minute. A drow? And is that Tatalda? He comes running over there.
I'm gonna telepathy her.
No
Tatalda.
response. No
Mal.
response. No response.
Tuffy,
Yeah.
I have a bounty in my hands for Tatalda and Mal and their children. I can't get a hold of them.
I know where they're at.
Where are they?
You know that cabin that Gordon built?
Uh-huh.
There.
They need to go on lockdown. Can you get there?
Yeah. I think I can.
Do you want me to come help you?
They're not responding.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I should go. Maybe I shouldn't go there alone.
Gorgain and I will go with you.
Okay.
Or somebody. You can't go by yourself.
Wait a minute. This could be a trap, Lily.
You could.
Where did you find this bounty?
Sabian brought it to me. He found it in the execution part of Mirabilia. I haven't been outside.
Execution.
I have not been outside of the academy since I've been here.
I know this is grave news, but I'm discovering divinity. We are in the middle of recreating magic, Lily. But we
are
need to do
too.
something.
Let me contact Zira. Hold on. Telepathy Zira and Gordon at the same time.
Okay. They both hear you.
Hey guys,
What's up?
What's up?
I'm holding a contract in my hand for Tatalda and Mal and their children. It's written in blood. It was given to me by Sabian.
No.
They're supposed to be in your cabin,
He
Gordon.
looks at you.
But I can't get a hold of them. They're not answering me. I don't know where they're at.
On it.
We're here, he says. You are at the cabin and it has been, the walls have been bloodied. There's blood everywhere. Gordon starts to move around real slowly and starts tracking and looking and,
She's going to use her visions.
okay.
Hold on. Let me get those pulled up. Sorry. Start out with detect life and detect radiation.
No life. You look around, there's nothing. No radiation either. Yeah.
Invisosight,
Mm-mm.
magic.
No. Make an observation.
Yes.
You hear a flickering of paper over by the door, and you see the door slightly open, and the wind's kind of making it go like this.
She'll walk over there,
Okay.
look at it.
Open the door.
Yeah.
You open the door, and there's a knife stuck in the front of the door with a scroll, and it's written in blood.
What does it say?
We have them. You will leave Mirabilia, or they will die, but not before being tortured.
Gordon.
War child. He comes over. All the heroes and all of the twinks here, Gordon say, Tatalda and Mal and the babies have been kidnapped by the council member, War Child, or it appears that way. I have no proof that it's him, but a message was left behind. They're gone. We don't know if this blood here is theirs. We'll let you know more details. We are at the cabin, the one that Zira and I own. He rips it off. touches the blood on it. He kind of closes his eyes. You see him kind of go blue. This is the children's blood.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. At least we have that. He hands it to you. He
Should
goes
put it in her
inside
bag.
and he starts checking around, and you realize he's doing that sensitivity thing where he just kind of moves around the room. And when he's done, he tells you that this is their blood as well. This is the baby's and Mal's and Tatalda's blood.
Are any of them
He
dead?
tells you that they're not dead, that they tortured them here in this room, and that they were Warchild's vampires, and that Warchild was here. Reva, you get that message and you
Yeah.
realize that's what Vey was probably talking about.
Yeah, she would stand up and be like, Lamass, I gotta go.
Not without me, you don't.
Okay, come with me. She'll teleport.
As you teleport, he looks at you and he goes, as far as the blood magic, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later.
What's going on?
Mal and Tatalda and the babies, they've been kidnapped. Their blood is all over the cabin. Warchild did it, and he has them. He has them. We have to go save them. I'm gonna rip him into fucking little tiny pieces. He's the one who hurt Remy.
Be careful.
I am going to rip his teeth out and wear them as a necklace. I don't give a fuck who he thinks he is. You don't fuck with children. You don't touch children. He went too far. And then she'll teleport.
Okay. You appear inside the tower. You look at the right side of the wall where that room is, and it's completely broken down, and part of the floor has a huge hole, and you see this rust kind of growing on it, and you see Vey standing over there in the corner, and he just turns and looks at you. When he does, his eyes are black with clouds coming out of them, like seeping black smoke out of his eyes, and he looks at you. They will all pay for this.
They will. Is it the same shadow that's on the weapon?
Yeah. It's just coming out of his eyes.
They will. Where do we start?
You see Alistair step into the room, and he's regenerated now. And he doesn't bow to Vey because it's almost like he was in here with Vey already. He just stepped into the shadows or something, but comes out to you and he nods. Velia, between that time and this time, you went into another room with Lucian and to talk to Malachite and Iris. And you realize that they're old friends. And he's glad to see them, happy to see them. They talk a little bit. But then you hear this stuff going on in the other room, and you can go in there if you want.
Does Eris get that message too?
She does?
She would take off. She would tell Clip, I gotta go, I'm sorry. There's
Sorry?
hero stuff. I gotta go.
You want me to go with you?
No. Not this time.
All right, buddy.
I'll see you later, man. She'll
Later.
fist bump him. She'll ask one of them to come get her. Can you guys come get me?
Eris will?
Yeah. Just telepathy him. Somebody come get me. I can't get there by myself. Any response from anybody?
Reva, do you say anything?
She could go get her.
Okay.
She'll go get her.
All right, you seem to be the only
Pop,
one
pop.
capable besides
Quickly.
Tuffy maybe, but you don't know if he's
Yeah.
discovered that yet.
Get everybody together.
All right, you appear, Gorgain, he goes towards the door. He's like, where are we going? What are we doing?
Waiting to hear back from Zira and Gordon.
Gordon sent that message out to everybody.
Yeah. And then he sends it right about then. Gorgain goes,
Yeah. out of game. Have I had time to make that thing yet?
You have.
I'll walk up to him and hold it out.
He looks down at it and then looks back up at you kind of nervously.
I made this for you. It's gonna help to protect your mind.
Thank you. Hold his hand out.
Give it to him.
It's not the time for jokes, but thought you were asking me to marry you or something. He puts it on his finger.
I should laugh out loud. You're funny.
You haven't discovered teleport yet, so you'll have to find a way to get there. What do? You and Gorg, he starts walking out, like towards the front.
I'll tell him, here, let me conjure some mounts.
Hey,
Hey,
wasn't there a portal attached to? Well, that's from the temple. Never mind. It's not here.
no.
So you go outside, out front, or do you do it in here?
I'll just do it in here.
Okay. Two mounts appear.
Yeah.
He kind of looks at it and he's like, "It's for me."
Yep.
He
And I'll
jumps up on it.
I will tell the mount to, this is your
Soon-
master, obey Gorgain.
Okay. As soon as you're on the mount, you realize the walls mean nothing. You can just ride right through them.
I tell Razil to come on.
They come, both of them, the Arcanite servant and Riziel.
I'll close
She
and
got a
lock.
mob with her.
Yeah.
Close and lock the door.
Close
Okay.
and lock the door. Magically lock it. I can't
Yeah.
remember the name of the spell, but
Arcane lock.
Arcane
yeah,
lock.
arcane lock.
And go up.
And take off.
Go out and head up. So they fly. These mounts do fly. So they go up. You can go all the way up to the top and join up there. Zira,
Yes.
you and Gordon have gotten a hold of Varys Jr. and are building your temple. You want to talk about what you're doing real quick?
Yeah, just real quick. This is rewinding.
Yeah, it's just overall for the next 4
Okay.
months, you know.
So what she wants to do is she wants to take the Vulcanite that her and Gordon got from Beacon when I did that shadow session, and
Yeah.
we took those pallets of Vulcanite and use that to create a temple to Shagrus that is across the Prime, the Ethereal, and the Shadow Plane, all three,
Dude.
all lined up with each other.
Wow.
So that's
That'll take
why-
some doing, but she's building your temple in the next 4 months with
Yes.
that and with little Eris' help. And
Yes.
so it's not just on the Prime, it'll be on the Ethereal Plane, on
Yes.
the Shadow Plane, and on the Prime material built. 3 structures that are all kind of attached and together, and it's pretty cool idea.
One giant fucking temple, multiple planes.
Yeah, and prepare to get the undead from
Yes.
down in Mirabilia up into the temple.
Yes.
Call your priests and priestesses.
Yes. Do you
All
want me
of
to
that.
roll that?
So we could do that now if you want.
Or do you want me to wait? It's up to you.
It takes some time to figure out what all their levels are and all that stuff is, but
We don't have to do that right
we
now.
could do that later and then
Okay.
let them know what you rolled and what happened and everything,
Sounds
how
good.
many are coming. And we're hoping that next week when we come back, we'll be able to start off 4 months later, so it'll actually be the beginning of October or Draco.
Draco.
And we'll have all these things done. There are lists of other things that have been done. Transferring the system from one system to another has been interesting and a pain in the butt. But is there anything within that 4 months that we've missed that we wanted to try to do? I know Eris wanted to redo the Sith, but I'll say she did before all that happened. You finished it right as that happened.
Yes.
Before you left with Clip, it didn't take that long. And, he would put a sign on the front of it that says "Come back in," I-N-N, come, C-O-M-E, back, B-A-C-K, in, I-N-N, come back in.
Okay.
So basically, you took a timeless bubble that Tarnak created inside the Sith. By moving the Sith, you move that timeless bubble on top of another timeless bubble where he did the performance in the Parkway, which is why the Sith is being placed there in that area. So there's like two timeless bubbles on top of each other that are massive timeless bubbles because so that that building that goes there is there. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Before you leave, when you gave Cliff a fist bump, he would say to you, "I'll get this up and running and everything."
Yeah, I'll be
Let you know.
back. There's some things going on.
Yeah, and then he does that. So,
Hero shit.
is there anything else? So there's one thing I'd like to go to. Velia,
Yes.
one of the things that you mentioned that you wanted to take care of, we have not done. So I wanted to make sure that you got that done, and that is your father and Verb.
They have so many parents.
They do.
The father that raised you,
Yeah.
the Ranger of the North, King of Verb, Gordon's brother.
The reason she's so
She-
balanced.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you wanted to get in touch with him.
Oh, she still hasn't gotten her stuff.
Still haven't
back
gotten
from
your
fucking Alex.
stuff or anything like that back from Alex. But while this is going on, people are coming into the tower, including Tuffy, including Alex.
Okay.
And he actually will hand you the stone and,
Nice.
and tell you that he already knew. You're not sure how he knew, but he hands it to you. So you
Take
have
it.
it. You have your Verve iron stone that was artifact made of vulcanite.
Throw it up.
Throw it up, it goes around, turns visible, goes around, and you can telepathy now.
Hi, Dad. Are you busy?
Yeah, maybe you could help me.
What's up?
This fucking Empire Guard, does that ring a bell to you? They have surrounded Verb. They are claiming that there is an emperor and empresses of the north and that they will not leave the city until all the vampires have been... There's no fucking vampires here.
Yeah.
But they're going home by home. I'm keeping people calm and we are not fighting. They have not come down. Evidently they don't know what's under, but
No.
they are going through the above structures and businesses, and if you could help in any way,
It's so a lot has happened, and I'm sorry that I haven't been in touch. I'm gonna give you a real short, quick version. Vaya is actually my brother. Reva is actually my sister.
so you're getting some answers.
Vala is also our sister. And we are the grandchildren of the Ancient One, the vampire.
The one that compelled me.
He compelled you?
Oh, many of us. You children have been hidden for so long. That compulsion is no longer there, though. It has left. I'm not sure why. I have not thought of this in a while.
I don't know. But it's Vay. He basically told us to clean up the vampire bullshit, kill the council.
Well, then I'll talk to him.
Um,
I need them out of my city. I need them to stop harassing my citizens.
yeah.
They even want to go into the council chambers, you know, they want to go everywhere. I don't think they know about the underground. We're going to keep that hidden regardless, but I need Vay to call this dogs off.
I guess technically I could do it.
Could
I
you?
am an empress, is what they're telling me.
Please, please. Can you come here? Or can you take care of it from there? I'm being told by the Royal Guard that they are occupying the whole city, but they are concentrating mainly on the council building, on the council's tower. It said they're telling me that some sort of elite troops are moving in that direction, that there's activity there. Is there a vampire in my council?
There might be.
Maybe we don't want to stop them.
Yeah. Maybe you should just let it play out.
If they come to the underground, I will stop. It will be war. Our people will not allow that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you could help in any way, I do not want to see bloodshed. Our people, you know this town, you know these people. They're rifling through their goods, they're threatening them, I'm having to call our guards off.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Just, if you could do something, please.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Um,
I know your upbringing is strange, but you are still one of us, Velia. You have taken the Dumas. You have walked the path. You are Verbadine. You are from our people. You are Vulcan. They need you. You can hear discussions in the background between Vey and all of them about Talda and them. They're like talking about what to do with.
Telepathy, Vey.
Yes.
Did you send an elite guard to Verb?
No.
They're being...
Troops have been sent all over the north from Monarch, the good doctor.
So, our hometown,
Yes.
is being invaded by troops. Invaded. Basically, they're saying that they're the elite guard of the Emperor, and they are purging vampires. And I just talked with Jet, and I guess they're being really aggressive and abusive, which, if there's a vampire on the council and that kind of thing, then that's one thing, yeah.
A vampire on the council.
Right.
There's a vampire on the council?
I don't know. But they seem to be focused on the council. My concern is that they're going to find secret things that don't need to be found.
The underground.
Yeah. Can you stop that from happening, please?
Of course. Consider it done. However, maybe we should allow a little bit of time to pass with the council.
Oh, absolutely. They just don't need to know our secrets. They could kill the whole fucking council. I could give a fuck.
That's the sister I know. Very well.
But our people need to be protected.
Consider
And our
it
secrets.
done. Consider it done.
Thank you, brother.
And for that matter, you could do it as well. A word to... I will take care of it for you, but from now on, a word to Dr. Levitt from you is as strong as it is from me.
Okay.
But I will tell him.
So Dr. Levitt and Sabian are pretty much the ones in charge of all that?
Oh no, Sabian's just a sheriff.
Okay.
Dr. Levitt is in charge of a rather large army that is now ours.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Seasoned army. Many of them fought the wars in the East, the undead. Okay.
I will let Jet know, thank you.
The Empire's Guard, huh? Or the Emperor's Guard? That's
Yeah.
what they called them?
Yeah.
I will speak with Dr. Levitt.
Thank you.
But right now, we need to concentrate on Tatalda and Mal and those kids.
I'll be there in a moment. Telepathy jet back.
Hey,
It's
done?
taken care of.
oh, thank goodness.
We are gonna let them go ahead and run through the council and that, but everything else will be protected.
Okay,
They'll be called off immediately.
all right.
So if I can pick up her ripped ass equipment off the ground and
Okay, yeah, well, I
walk in
forgot
there.
to tell you,
Mostly naked.
she's probably, so she's got that outfit on, her new outfit, which stretches and moves,
Okay. Oh yeah.
and will
Okay.
still kind of fit her the way that it's constructed in her werewolf form, but it would require her to loosen a few belt loops and things like that before she changes. Otherwise, she's going to break some equipment and stuff like that. But she knows what to do. She's done it enough now, and
Okay.
but the outfit itself seems to stretch almost magically, and you realize you're like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? And
When the fuck did I put this on?
when the fuck did I put this on? And Rava, you know that Vay had it brought into her from your sister, Lala. That was the
From
armor
us
that she
requesting
brought.
armor.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nice.
and yeah, we'll go over that. I'll tell you what it does and everything.
Okay.
But so let's see here. As you guys are discussing about Tatalda and Mal and all of them, you start hearing horns blaring, these eerie horns that are blaring out in the city. And Bay goes, go ahead and continue. And he kind of turns and goes out towards the balcony. What do? You guys just keep talking?
Eris will follow him.
Eris follows him. When you come out to the edge of the balcony, you can see where the horns are coming from, and you look down and you see what look like troops of different types standing in different rows around the execution area, and you see 5 or 6 vampires being crucified on these Y-shaped crucifixes and put into the ground down by the execution area. Their heads being lopped off and their stakes being put in their hearts. As the horns announce it, then they do it. And people watching everywhere down there. It's like filled up down there. And then as they do that, you see wagons come by and pull the crosses from the ground and carry them in these wagons up to the streets and start nailing them into the roads, on the sides of the roads going up the streets. And that's where we're going to stop this evening. I hope you got everything done within the first 4 months. If not, we can kind of mention it when we're starting
it.
next week. But looks like there's some shit going down. One thing I will mention is during the 4 months, Lily, and we can discuss this later, on who you notified and showed the packet from Jamal, and like if anybody was interested in doing that situation and getting that done, whatever that was. But right now, you guys have something to concentrate on that's pretty important. So when we come back next week, we will go into the month of Draco. Any questions? Good game.
Good game.
Okay.
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, want to thank you guys for coming, liking, subscribing, sharing, dinging the bell, all that jazz. Keep in mind that we are building our own system. We will slowly start to reveal some of that. You're seeing it being played as we're transitioning from the situation of the OGL into this. So Hope you guys are having a good evening, and I hope you enjoyed yourselves like we did, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
There's a gift inside the old gods granted me, a vision of the way to change reality. In the shadows creeping, can't rest your weary head. No time for you to sleep now, or evil it will spread. So gather all your friends and listen to my tale. Adventure story shaping magic and the veil. Dragons, devils, demons, and creatures that I fear, and heroes of the known. Just please don't be scared. The heroes are the monsters to the enemy. It all depends upon the way that you proceed. Original GM, we're here to set you free. Come join in the adventure. Who you wanna be? Who you wanna be? We are heroes.